Africa Endeavor is U.S.-Africa Command's premier communications interoperability exercise on the continent of Africa. Its goal is to establish communications and interoperability procedures among our African partners, enhancing their information exchange in support of a future peacekeeping operation or humanitarian crisis.
It started 5 years ago or so as frankly just a basic communications exercise. It has now grown to the largest such exercise in Africa, almost 40 nations, to include several European nations. And to me, what that shows is a recognition on the part of the Africans that they have to find ways to more collaboratively address their regional security challenges. And this exercise was a way to facilitate that. And in that regard, I think it has been quite successful.
The Gambia 500 years ago was part of the Great Mali Empire. The European colonial masters started coming in the late 18th century. It is in 1965 that the Gambia actually gained independence. From that period on, it's been a self-governance. Gambia is a very unique country in the sense that we have a very unique population that is multicultural. We don't have oil or diamond or other mineral resources that you have in other places. But what we have here is the great people of the Gambia, the human resources, and the peace and stability we have in this country.
Africa Endeavor 2011 is AFRICOM's largest exercise on the African continent, partnered with the African Union headquarters. This year we'll have over 35 African partner nations participating, along with 3 African regional headquarters and 4 European headquarters. What's unique about this year's exercise is that we have broken our African partners down into regional groups. Those regional groups will communicate to ECOWAS as a regional headquarters, to the African Union headquarters there in Addis Ababa. We'll have several message formats aligned with the humanitarian assistance scenario that will be sent from here at the Gambia through the ECOWAS headquarters to the African Union headquarters.
We want to involve, of course, the participating countries that are here into being able to interact, first of all, with each other from within each of the regions where they come from, and then through those regional groupings to be able to speak amongst or between themselves as regional groupings, and then through those regional groupings to be able now to link up with the African Union.
I would like to welcome all of you on behalf of His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to the Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa. It is indeed a great pleasure for the Gambia Armed Forces and a pride for the Gambia as a country to receive you all here and to host this important exercise. I wish you all a very successful exercise. At the same time, I urge you all to enjoy the hospitality of the smiling coast of Africa. Thank you very much.
By the past, it was impossible, not difficult, but impossible for countries to communicate each other. In the 80s, our country, Congo, we went to Chad to maintain peace were called by African organization to go to help our partner Chad to keep peace. But when we went there was no communication with the country. It was very difficult.
La coopération régionale est très très importante dans la recherche de la sécurité. Surtout nous, les pays sahélo-sahéliens, on a des frontières qu'on ne peut pas contrôler tout seul. Donc il faut une coopération entre tous les pays pour contrôler ces frontières-là ensemble. Donc l'échange d'informations initié par Africa Univer est vraiment un atout positif pour améliorer notre situation sécuritaire.
We have the ECOWAS Standby Force, the ECOWAS Standby Brigade, that will also support the African Union Standby Force. So if we are able to communicate with each other, that is a big plus in the area of maintaining peace and security, as we will be able to talk to each other and to be able to make informed decisions. If we can establish good communication with each other as sub-regional partners or regional partners, we'll be able to overcome and surmount some of the difficulties that we may face in the areas of the challenges such as terrorism, natural disasters, and humanitarian assistance to support each other.
The second part of Africa Endeavour is a command post exercise. And me and a team of AFRICOM staff officers, as well as African officers, we've developed over the past few months a scenario. And that scenario really will allow the participants to have all the right information to fill in specific messages and returns that will contribute to assessing the level of interoperability between nations and really contribute to achieving the Africa Endeavour objectives.
Then this is the sign of the link I'm talking about. Hello, ECOWAS, this is Gambia, check back, over. Hello, ECOWAS, this is Gambia, radio check, over.
Roger, this is ECOWAS, how do you read me, over?
You are loud and clear, how do you read me too, over?
Roger, you are weak, not clear.
Okay, confirm there is anything over there, over.
Negative, over.
As at now, nail to report, I suggest we be on standby.
Roger, standby, out.
Perhaps the more important outcome of the exercise are the personal relationships and professional relationships that are established. The opportunity to bring together so many leaders from so many different countries and organizations that share security concerns and have the ability to work collaboratively, to know that you're not in this alone, to know that your neighbors are experiencing the same problems that you are, but perhaps have a different way of thinking about how to solve them. That's the real beauty of exercises like this.
By the program Africa Endeavour, we are traveling through Africa and we are discovering each other and we are creating a family, and I think that we gain a lot from that.
Même après la conférence, on se change des informations. Donc Africa Endeavour a contribué à créer une nouvelle grande famille au niveau africain. Donc je peux me dire maintenant que j'ai de la famille au Malawi, au Lesotho, au Botswana et aussi bien dans tous les pays de l'Afrique de l'Ouest.
I had the opportunity of going to Lebanon as the Chief J1, that's in charge of personnel for the whole UNIFIL. And the lessons I learned from Africa Endeavor last year actually guided and helped me to discharge my duties as the Chief J1. Because over there, I had to deal with people. And last year in Ghana, I dealt with about people from about 46 different countries. And the lessons I learned there actually guided me to deal with about 13,000 strong force of UNIFIL. So I think AE has done a lot to help me discharge my duties.
If any time in the future we are involved in a humanitarian or crisis response operation, we know that this kind of equipment coming from that country can be compatible with that kind of equipment coming from another country and so on. So it's easier the way we achieve interoperability between equipment and between human also.
I think that it will be easy for us in the future to work together. So, and when you are able to work together, there is no more barrier. You are ready to collaborate with everyone. And I think that the future can be bright if we use the result of what we are doing here.